Khloe Kardashian, fail or no fail? Put up the picture.
Go.
So she's in this new magazine. Actually, I don't know if it's a new magazine. It's called YRB Mag, and they're known for edgy photo shoots. And of course, she's in Bondage. And what do you think of the photo shoot? Is it a good photo shoot? Is it a bad photo shoot?
All right, look, she's asking to get judged, right? Because she's putting herself out there. She knows it's risque, etc. So I feel that I have, room to judge here.
Yes.
So I'm going to keep it real. First of all, you're so not risque, okay? This is like what Lady Gaga did in kindergarten. Like when she was getting started, she's like, oh, let me put myself in a mask. It's like, oh, please, okay? That's like old school Lady Gaga, like way old school. So it's not interesting at all. Second of all, is it sexy? Not buying it. First of all, the cage one, that she's got her face in the cage. Look, I guess some guys are into that thing, but it's like, why? Why is that sexy? What am I going to do with that?
Well, that's a fetish that you're not into.
Yeah, but all that could do is poke me. Those things look sharp.
Some guys like to be poked, and some guys like it sharp.
Yeah, I got no interest in being poked, okay? Second of all, when I see this, I'm going to keep it real, too, and I'm the bad guy, but those thighs look like the size of Rhode Island. Okay? And, it ain't right, but I'm just telling you, I'm keeping it real.
That is so messed up.
Okay, and I wouldn't have taken that picture if I was her. I would have tried to de-emphasize that. Like, it's like me taking a photo shoot of my gut hanging out. Why would I do that? That doesn't make any sense. It's gigantic.
Okay, look, her thighs are not that bad, okay? Let's go back to the picture.
All right?
They're not that bad. So
we report, you decide.
No, I think, look, she's a curvier woman. I think it's unfair to say that they're the size of Rhode Island. I don't think that they're grotesque.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. And everybody's into different things, right?
Right.
But for me, that did nothing for me. The body didn't do it. The red hair didn't do it. The weird S&M stuff didn't do it. I thought, no, can I just get, like a regular woman that's not in a cage or not going to hurt me with her shoes or her head? No. But you know what? It's mission accomplished for YRB. They wanted publicity. They got it. I never even heard of them before. But now we're talking about Khloe's head in a cage.
Right. Well, this is unfair. We're going to judge it that way because none of us are into that stuff. I don't get it. So maybe we should ask someone who's into it. Like, it's like a foot fetish guy. We're looking at a bunch of women's feet. We're going to go, all those are nasty because I don't do that. So, it's...
Right.
So, I don't know. And by the way, her thighs are not big at all in that shot.
See?
I don't know what you're talking about.
To each his own.
Because we've seen plenty of pictures of the hot Kardashian with her legs looking way bigger than hers. At least there's something to those legs. I've seen pictures of Kim looking like they look like marshmallows, and we're like, hot. So, I don't
know. No, Khloe takes a lot of heat. I know. And we did, by the way, don't worry, we also hated on Kim for those pictures. You're right about that. But Kim at least has a gorgeous face that's not in a cage.
Okay, let me clarify something, okay? Khloe also has a gorgeous face, okay? But no, I think you guys don't think Khloe has a pretty face? I think she does. I think she has a pretty face.
I don't know what Lamar was thinking.
The thing is, her face isn't... Kim Kardashian has an incredible face. Her face is perfection, right? So if you compare anyone's face to Kim Kardashian's face, it's going to look a little weird. Compare my face to Kim Kardashian's face. If I was her sister, I'd be her ugly sister. And that would suck.
Yeah, no, I get it, right? But at the same time, you look much better than Khloe does.
No.
No, I'm not buying it. And I'm not trying to hate. She looks perfectly fine. If you saw her in real life, as Anna has, you see that she's actually not gigantic. It's just the other two are tiny, so that's why she looks like a giant among the Lilliputians. Okay, so and if I'm sure if I was single and Khloe came up to me in a cage, I'd say, all right, you win, put me in the cage, whatever, right? I'm not saying like I'm above it or anything, but in the relative scope of the people that are in the news, she's definitely not one of the hot ones in that context. I'm keeping it real. That's what we do. Anna, do you know what's the first show I watch outside of the Young Turks? In fact, I don't even watch the Young Turks because I'm on the Young Turks. What the Flick?
Oh, do you really?
I'm not playing. Ben Mankiewicz, Matt Ashley from Rotten Tomatoes, Chrissy Lemire from Associated Press, the top movie reviewers in the world.
The top in the world.
And they're on What the Flick. They can tell you how good each movie is going to be every week. Boom. Go.